For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. On play action, Allen. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down, Buffalo.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Ransom. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 40.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd and 5.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive. First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
54.
Hey, Alpha.
It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Out, 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 out. Kill, 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 kill.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Deep river. Deep river.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a Didn't happen on that play.
You don't want to know. Hey, what's that? What's that?
Yes, yes.
154. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Shoot.
On 2nd and 9, Young. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the red zone now, Young gets this one to Hill. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Get it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Young. And it is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 8 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense. Because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Ready? 8-3.
March 49. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Coaching spell.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Deuce, 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 deuce. $49, guys. Mike, 40.
Hey, Sam off.
Check.
Let's go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 49. Quite to the 35.
Let's go.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Ready?
Here's Young. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down. There need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Young's pass.
Not today.
Intended for D.D. Westbrook.
Not today.
Incomplete. Tre'Davious White on coverage.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
The 16-yard line.
Down. 70. Indy.
All day, punk. Hey.
Fair.
Check three.
Snap.
Now Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 49.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
49, check 49, check
6-6, pull it high.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet. Offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Hey, watch it. Check 24, check 24.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Jaguars 14, Bills nothing.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check.
Allen gonna throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Don't get nervous. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Hey, Delta. You think you gonna get this?
Allen now looks to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Allen from the gun on third down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Round 80. Watch both. Let's go, D. Let's go.
44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
Watch the slant. Watch it.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll run on first down. Ransom. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, it's Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2, sir. Get the ball. Bravo. Hit it.
Here's Young from the shotgun. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. 58 right there. Coming. Fire.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Come on, baby. Get it.
Young working out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Vaughn. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the 1st half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Fournette. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On the ready.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Go, go, go. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Greystone, travel.
Check. Slam. Check.
Now.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Give them 32 on the play.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Bills.
Check. Not today, you are. Not today.
On 1st down, Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Middle.
Throwing now is Allen. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Like 50. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They snap. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike 50, Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe that.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. That's complete. Bernard. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I'm coming.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Young will set to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Mike 49. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Shoot. Check 9.
Topper! Hey, Zoo!
Young on 3rd and 2. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Allen now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead grows even.
Makes the score, Jaguars 42, Bills 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Ransom. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end. Zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Check 50. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
On the double.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go. Hatchet.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Davison. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Davison, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Davison, and he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, Ransom. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Ransom. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 11-yard line.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Check. Hey, we got to get a stop here, D.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.